Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl,
I'm Jamie, also known as Jammy's Doodles.
and we're glad to have you today. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of May, 2019, and this is episode 343. That's a lot. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys.
Mm-hmm.
To all our returning viewers, and a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, if somebody has not... I'm having water. I've already had 3 cups of coffee this morning.
Oh.
And sidetrack, rabbit trail. I got a $25 gift card to Starbucks.
Oh.
Yes, which will be very, very helpful tomorrow when the Dr. Hubs and I go on the yarn crawl. So, yes. So, Dammy, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread because you'll get a shout out on our next episode and be able to participate in all our owls and giveaways.
Well, we don't have a ton to talk about today, but there is some. And I'm asking the question and ask the Geeky Girls today because
I was gonna be like, whoa, okay.
Because I'm asking y'all, all you geeky guys and girls out there that are listening, watching, because I need your solutions to this problem. It's a good problem, but I need help because my current solution is not working for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bothering my need to be organized self. So why don't we get started so that we can eventually get to that question? Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
All right, Dammy, tell us about your creative self.
Reaming. I haven't done any projects.
You have a choir concert next week, right?
Yes, that's true. A week from tomorrow, and I need to reschedule work because the call time is earlier than I thought it would be.
And then you're coming home after that for the Dr. Hub's birthday.
Yes. Oh, I need to decide whether I want you to give him his present or for me to give him the present.
Where is this present at?
Well, I know he doesn't watch the podcast, so I can say it's in the top of my closet. You put it there. The pop.
Oh, that's right. But who is it?
Hurley.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I vaguely remember that now. That was like a couple of months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's a rare one, and he was on a really good sale.
Yeah.
So the most creative thing coming up I have is a concert.
I've tried to sleep since then. Do you have any more projects coming up in design, or is it just all more written stuff?
No, we have more projects. He's very scatterbrained right now and hasn't introduced them yet. So
okay. Yeah, and you guys your classes aren't over until finals are the first week of June, I think.
Yep.
So you still have a good month to go before finals. But that means you don't go back to school until the end of September, which means you're going to be home for 4 months.
I know.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
So is Pink Pearl. She told me. She's like, meow, meow, Gammy, come home to me for 4 whole months. She wrote a joke in your card this morning.
Oh.
About ice cream.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, that's all that's on my needles. What's on your needles?
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna do my French over here.
Sometimes I think we should just record our FaceTimes, because this is really how it goes. Other than we don't usually go, okay, what's the name of the segment?
Yeah.
So, look at my earrings. Aren't they cool?
Yes.
They are different colors and they're hearts and they're dangly. Okay. First up is my zigzag blanket. This is a free pattern by Frankie Brown, the 10-stitch zigzag. It's on US 4 3.5 mil needles, and I am working on the 68th stripe. And I think I'm like halfway through that stripe. Yesterday was insanity because we're going on the yarn crawl tomorrow, and then today a good chunk of the day is taken up by doing podcast stuff. And I'm working a little small contract job, part-time contract job. And so I was trying to get all my hours in early in the week so that I wasn't going to be stressed about the fact that, hey, I'm going to be out of town all day Friday. And so yesterday I worked just like a crazy amount, and then knitting group was last night. So I did not get to do my zigzag. Sorry, I forgot to turn off the ringer on my phone.
How dare you?
I know. I didn't get to do my zigzag and a half last night or yesterday. But, I'm okay with that because I have like 50 zigzags left maybe. And if I keep doing 1.5 every day, yes, it won't be the first day of Stash Dash that I finish, but I'm going to finish it pretty early in Stash Dash. So I'm okay. So I will continue to work on that. Let's see. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No, wait. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I might have this stripe done by next podcast. It just depends on it depends on if I'm able to get in any tomorrow. But I might try, if not, I might try to make them up, or if I might not. So anyway, and I've got the 2 other colorways for the 69th and 70th stripe. They're all ready to go, and I will finish it during Stash Dash, which is a long that the Knit Girls do, and it's a challenge to finish stuff. So I will be doing that. Next up is the Hubs birthday socks, which his birthday is next week, so I sure the heck better get these done.
In 6 days.
I'm going to finish this. I'm taking them on the yarn crawl tomorrow. I'm going to finish them. This is my French Bella Cappuccino sock pattern, which you can get on Ravelry. And I'm on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And I'm working concurrently on the 9-inch Zoom Zooms. And so I'm through the heel, and I've done 2 colors on this one, and I'm on the 3rd colorway on this one. So I need to finish this colorway that I'm on and do 3 more colorways. I'm doing 10 rows of each colorway and then changing them. So I need to finish the colorway I'm using. I have 3 more, and then I have the cuff. And last night at knitting group, so that would be about 2.5-ish hours of knitting, I got like 30, 35 rows done total between the 2 socks. So I'm not worried about it. I'll get them done. I'm going to take them in the car tomorrow, and I will work on them. And if you want to know all these colorways, you can go to the project page, go to our show notes, and there's a link to my project page because there's 9 colorways I'm using. So, but I had this realization this morning. I was like, Cece, you are done with 4 of these colorways. Why are you carrying them around? You should take them out of your bag, weigh them, put it on your project page, and put them away. And so that's what I did. I cast on a new project because I'm a fail as a friend, Dammy. I failed.
Oh.
So my friend Sophie had her daughter, baby Arwen, in December. She was in the hospital for a while, so I didn't end up knitting any newborn stuff for her. And now it's starting to get too warm for like sweaters and such. So what I'm doing is I am knitting her stuff that will fit her this autumn and winter. So the first one I'm doing is a baby sophisticate, a sweater by Linden Down. I'm on US 8's 5mm needles, and I'm using Brene Softy Baby Ombres and Prints in the baby colorway. So I have already put the sleeves on waist yarn, and I'm working on the body. Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
I have another colorway. Can you see right there, that one?
Kind of.
It's the hot pink with like the flecks of like yellow and blue and everything in it, but I don't have enough yardage to do a set for her in that. I don't really want to go buy another skein of it. If I didn't have enough yardage in any of the baby yarns that I have, I would have, but I have enough yardage in this colorway, so I'm working on that. I'm having to do it in little bits though, because I know I've told y'all this before, but I'm starting to have issues with needles that are bigger than, gosh, probably like US 6 is my limits. And if I do any bigger than that or any heavier yarn than worsted, my hands start hurting and my fingertips start going like tingly. And so I'm having to do this in bits. And it's a baby sweater, so it's going to knit up fast. But the yarn is not bad, but the needle size is kind of hard on my hands. So, but I'm working on that. I have time to get it done, but I want to try to get it done, and so I can give it to her. Yeah, she's a sweetie. I got to cuddle with her at knitting, not at knitting, at Mom's Group this week. So. And that is all that I am working on, but I have a couple of finished projects. So let's move on to the next segment and I'll tell you about them.
And now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
Yes, because I finished 2, like I just told you. And then Dammy's like, a project or projects? And I was like, I just said I finished 2.
I'm sorry.
You're not listening to me. Anyway. The first one I can't show you, though. I finished the sample for the My Favorite Murder mystery wrap. It will be released at the end of this month, the first clue. I did it on US 2.5 3mm and US 4 3.5mm needles, and the yarn is Suburban Stitcher Sock, and the Triflers Need Not Apply colorway. So I love it. I blocked it. I had to block it. I had to block half of it and then block the other half because it's almost 6 feet long. It's huge, almost 6 feet, and it's so cozy. And I'll tell you more about the photo shoot in a minute. But the other thing I can show you is my 17th preemie hat for the year. I love this purple. This is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get on Ravelry. It's on US 6's 4mm needles, and the yarn is the Karen Simply Soft in the gray heather colorway and Lion Brand Vanna's Choice in the dusty purple colorway. And I'm still knitting for Click for Babies. There's info in our show notes about that, but they request no pom-poms. So this is why it's a pom-pomless hat, and it has to be at least 50% purple. So yeah. This doesn't fit in this segment really, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. I am super, super sad because there was a pattern that I have been wanting to knit for over a year. And I actually bought yarn for it on last year's yarn crawl. And so I decided to swatch for it this week because I'm going to a women's retreat later this month. And I wanted to take it with me to work on. And so I was like, I should swatch. The gauge is impossible to get. Impossible. And I even took it with me last night to knitting group and had my friend Joanne look at it too, just to get a second set of eyes on it and make sure I wasn't missing something. And I looked at the projects that have been finished of it on Ravelry, and every single one of them that has any notes say that the gauge was impossible to get.
Yeah.
So, and for the people that did it, they typically were needing to knit one of the smaller sizes if the gauge had matched. So they just knit a bigger size and it worked. But I'm needing to knit like the biggest size. And so I can't go up. And if I go up needle sizes, the yarn is just going to be holes. So I'm pretty upset about that because I bought this yarn especially for that pattern, and I've been wanting to knit that pattern, and I could try to get new yarn for that pattern, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get the gauge of it.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, last night I was looking to see projects that were knit with the yarn that I have. I found this really cute short sleeve top that was knit in the yarn that I have, and it's pretty simple. It's got a little detail around the neck and around the sleeves, but I'm wondering, and I need to do some math to see if it'll work. I'm wondering if I can use, in the pattern that I was planning to knit, it's a pretty simple pattern except for it has a really pretty cable yoke. And so I'm wondering if I can take the chart from that pattern and do it in this pattern. So, but I'm going to have to do some math to see if it'll work and everything. And yeah, so I'm sad because I had been so looking forward to knitting that. And it just really makes me sad. And I just don't understand. And I was glad it wasn't just me that was having issues, because I was like, am I totally screwing this up? What am I doing wrong? So anyway, okay, thank you for letting me rant about that here in FOs. And this had nothing to do with FOs. So it's an FO that will not happen, the original pattern. So, all right, that's everything for this segment, plus a little bit more. So let's move on to the next one. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are yummies, Dammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. We are having major technical difficulties today. Hopefully, I don't know. We're making the best of what we have. I cannot wait. See, this is another reason I'm so glad you're going to be home for 4 months this summer, because we'll be able to record in person and not have these technical issues. Okay. I have two small yummies to tell you about.
Okay.
Because it's been a kind of rough week. So, I told you I finished my favorite murder mystery wrap. Our friend Mel, who shot the photos for our Tickled Pink book, did the photo shoot for the wrap. And I can show you the image that's on the screen right now. This is going to be, I'm going to edit it some, but it's going to be the placeholder image because it's a mystery pattern, and so I can't show you what it looks like. But oh my gosh, we had so much fun. So the image you're seeing what we did is, because, murder, you think chalk outlines of bodies. If you're watching a show, I don't think that's what they really do anymore, but it's just one of those things that says. And so when I started thinking about this photo shoot, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to, I don't know even what to do. I was trying to figure out what to do. And so I asked the lovely Knitterinos on Facebook, and they gave us some ideas. And so this was one of them. So we laid the wrap out, and then Mel did the chalk outline around it, and we put the do not cross things, whatever. And when I picked up the wrap after she drew around it, I was like, it kind of looks like a person laying on their side, like curled up. So that's what we're going with. Dammy, you said you thought it was like a, what did you say? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
You said
that I thought it looked like something, but I thought I kept that to myself.
Maybe a dog?
Poor dog.
Anyway. But the photos we took, some of them are so hysterical. I've shared my favorite hysterical one with Dammy and a few other people that are involved in this kits, and they like it too. So I'm excited to be able to release all those fun photos as the Mystery Knit Along goes along. The other thing I totally forgot about until I was sitting here waiting for something. So in my sock project bag, I don't keep a whole notions kit. I keep this, and it's got scissors. See, this is like my podcaster thing. From the Knit More Girls, it's scissors. And from the Knit Girls, it's a tape measure. And then I have my chibi needles thing. And I hope you can't hear them doing yard work right outside my window and door right now. But I like to have a crochet hook in case I drop a stitch on a sock. But it was annoying just like putting it in the bag because then it was catching on the yarn or whatever. And I looked for ones that were like on keychains, but they were all larger needles than larger hooks that I needed. Well, my friend Joanne was like, I have an idea. And so she gave her husband, because he did one for both me and her. He took a crochet hook and chopped it off and then like finished the end so it wouldn't be all pokey. And so it's just a short crochet hook and it fits right in the chibi needle holder.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? And so now I have a crochet hook for when I drop a stitch because I do that. And her husband didn't understand at first. He was like, that's going to be really hard to crochet with. She was like, no, it's just a pair of stitches. Just do it. So I'm thankful for that because now I don't have to like make do. Because in my main notion, I need that notions pouch that I just put away in between segments. In my main notions pouch, I do have crochet hooks to pick up stitches. So I will get the notions pouch in a few minutes. That's all the yummies I have, Dammy. Do you have anything?
No.
Okay. It's been a tough week at Dammy school, so. Okay, let's talk about hashtag GGKCraftyPad. What is it, Dammy?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month, so take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
So we started our May prompts list yesterday, and May is shapes, emotions, and a few other things. So, yeah. So we just started that yesterday, so join on in with us. So, Dammy, what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. Those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. You just look at the prompt for the day. What is today's prompt, Dammy? Do you know?
Happy.
Happy. So you take a look at the prompt. You interpret it however you want. We're very cheater friendly on this. And then hello, son. Here comes.
Yeah, someone parked their car in just the right spot, so the windshield is reflecting it right into my eye.
Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I'll say it'll be all right. Da, 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 da. You interpret the prompt however you want. You post it on Instagram. Make sure in your caption you use hashtag GGKCraftyPad because that's how we find your photos. If you are participating in GGKCraftyPad and you have a private Instagram account, you need to make sure that Dammy's Doodles is following you because otherwise we can't see your photos. So just message her and she will follow you. And yours might get chosen. All right, Dammy, upcoming event tomorrow. Today, if you're watching this the day the episode goes live, I am going on the Pacific Northwest Yarn Crawl with the Dr. Hubs. And there are 9 shops and then a pop-up shop in one of the shops. And we're doing it all tomorrow. So if you're going to be doing the yarn crawl tomorrow, That would be awesome. Let me know. There's more details in the show notes. Dammy is trying to block the windshield. Poor Dammy. Poor Dammy. Been down like this, Dammy. She muted herself so that she could try to fix things. Yeah, so that is the only thing. I'm ready to go. I know what I am shopping for, and hopefully I will find what I'm hoping to find. Poor Dammy. Huzzah! She fixed it. She fixed it. All right. Well, now that she's fixed that, let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
What are you reading, Dammy?
Kind of reading Dracula, more reading everything else.
School. All the school reading?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're reading something else, too.
Yes, The Glass Scientist, which is a webcomic by Sabrina Katungo.
And I assume with all your school reading, you're getting at least 15 minutes a day in.
Yes.
What am I referencing, Dammy?
The April, May, June RAL read-along.
So this is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day, every day. I don't care what you're reading, as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. And there's a finish line thread in the Ravelry group where you... Are you still there?
Yes, I'm looking at your notes for your TV shows.
Oh. Well, it seemed like you froze for a second. There's a finish line thread in the Ravelry...
Let me just make sure you can see me moving.
Arwen snort laughed the other day. It was so cute.
You can snort?
She did. She was like... It's so funny. That's my friend's daughter that I'm knitting the baby sweater for. There's a finish line thread. I've been trying to say this. There's a finish line thread in our Ravelry group where you post once and then you edit that post. And so we have the quarterly challenges as well as the year-long read-along, which you earn entries in by doing the quarterly challenges. And there's going to be 3 big prizes at the start of next year. All the details are in the show notes and in the Ravelry group. I am still reading The Road Back to You, an Enneagram Journey to Self-Discovery by Ian Morgan Cron and Suzanne Stabile. I'm still reading about Type 5. I just have not been able to put myself in that space this week very much. I finished reading When the Heart Waits, Spiritual Direction for Life's Sacred Questions by Sue Monk Kidd. Very highly recommended. It was very, very good. And then I started Pilgrimage of a Soul, Contemplative Spirituality for the Active Life by Felina Hertz. I am continuing to reread the 4th book in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling, which I'm rereading along with the Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast and Switch and Flick and All Potter podcast. I'm trying to remember what chapter I read this week and what... hold on. I'm looking. What happened in that chapter. I just looked. I read the first task this week and then listened to the episodes about that. So I finished reading book 15 in the Anna Pigeon series by Nevada Barr. It's set in the national park just like all the other ones, but she is not working right now. I don't think that they worded it this way in the book, but I would say she had something akin to or PTSD from the stuff that happened in the last book. And so she's getting away with her husband and going on this trip together, and then murder happens, as is prone to happen in every single one of the books, because that's what the books are about. So I read the first book in the Vampire Knitting Club series by Nancy Warren. And it was a very cute, fluffy, cozy mystery type thing, but with knitting in it. It's set in a knit shop in the UK. So, but there are vampires and witches and the like. So I think there's like 6 books in the series, so I have to see how many of them the library actually has. And then I'm currently reading book 7 in the Cat Who ... series by Lillian Jackson Braun. I just barely started that one. Okay, watching. Watched 2 Hallmark movies this week. Love Takes Flight, and it was a Hallmark Hall of Fame one, so it was a little bit better than all the other ones that they do. But I love them, so you guys know. And then I watched Morning Show Mysteries Death by Design. I finished watching season 2, and that's where the show ended, of Midnight Texas. They kind of tied it up, but they left it open. Like if it had been renewed, they left it kind of open where they could go on. So, okay, the next show I'm watching, I'm going to spell the title for you because if you have little ones listening, I don't want them to hear me say a bad word because that's what it sounds like. So I am watching SCHITT' Creek. So yes, it is a play on words. It's the last name of a person, of a family. So this is a Canadian comedy. So the episodes are like 20 minutes long, which is a reason I have binge watched seasons 1 to 4 this week. And there's only like 12 or 13 episodes in a season. And I'm watching season 5 right now, and then there's going to be a season 6. So I'm about to be caught up. It's got language, so it's not safe for little ears. But the premise of the show is this family, this very wealthy family, loses all their money because their like bookkeeper or whatever was like embezzling something taxes. And so the government took everything except for this town that the father had bought as a joke. But they let them keep that. So they move. There's a dad and a mom. The mom is a former TV like soap opera star, and then this show is very, very, very stereotypical things. So they've got 2 adult kids who are very stereotypical, what you would think of a very wealthy family, and they end up in this very backwater town. It is super funny, and it's written by father-son Eugene and Daniel Levy, and they also play the father and son in the show. And I'm not a huge comedy person. This is so funny. So funny. I've really, really been enjoying watching it, and it's kind of gotten me through a rough week. So we're watching season 5 of NCIS New Orleans and The Flash. So the season 14 finale of Supernatural was this week. Holy crap. Chuck/God is back. He killed Jack, and now he's in hell with Lucifer and Death. And Chuck got pissed at Dean and Sam and made it be the apocalyptic end times. And souls were released from hell, and it ended up with the souls are attacking Sam and Dean and Castiel, and that's how it ended. And we already know that next season, season 15, is going to be the final. So you have to know that they're like, we're pulling out all the stops, and we're going to have all the evils, and hopefully they bring back a lot of favorites somehow. Bobby, what's her name that's played by Felicia Day? Charlie,
or Chuck.
And then, the lady who plays the sheriff. Anyway, I hope that, I know some of these people are killed off, but how many times have they brought back dead people? I hope they bring back a lot of people. But it was like a very, very like, holy crap, what season finale. We're watching season 12 of Big Bang Theory. It's about to end, so they're going to be I saw on the interwebs this week that they filmed the final episode. So, Blacklist season 6, Lizzie's grandfather tells her what happened with her mother and how her father became Reddington, and Reddington is super pissed about it. He is not happy that her grandfather told her this stuff. Trading Spaces season 10, Supergirl season 4, Arrow season 7. Listening to the My Favorite Murder podcast. Just listened to the new episode this morning, and it was a live episode, and it was funny. It was in Denver, I think. So, and then Murder Squad podcast I'm listening to. I didn't realize last week that the episode of David Tennant does a podcast with was the final episode of season 1. So hopefully they'll be back for season 2 because I really enjoyed it. Debbie, what have you been listening to?
Bit of Cabin Pressure and the Les Mis 25th anniversary album, because why not?
Cool. Oh, I saw on the social medias this morning, Hadestown original Broadway cast album, June 6th.
I know, it's June 7th.
June 7th. I'm very excited about this. And that they got nominated for 14 Tonys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited. I have to find a way to watch them. When are they? When are the Tonys?
I don't know. 9th? 11th? Probably 11th.
Of June?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to figure out how to watch these. Because we don't have normal TV. We stream stuff.
I didn't watch them last year.
I know, but I really want to watch them because
okay.
Patrick Page, love him. All right, that's everything for this segment. Let's move on to the next one.
And now we're going to talk about our March, April, May Sheepy Spring Owl. Yes. So this started on the 1st of March and it runs through the 31st of May. So end of this month. And it's the first podcast of the month.
Yes, it is your favorite.
It's for any project that you can knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to spring. If you can't think of anything, but I'm sure you can, you made it in the spring. There are a couple of rules for this owl. First is that no whips are allowed. So your project has to have been begun. Your project must be begun no earlier than the 1st of March and then finished no later than the end of this month, the last day of the owl. And the other is that each project have at least 20 yards that you post and enter in the FO thread counts as one entry. But if your project is not at least 20 yards, you need to group it in a single post with other projects that make it total at least 20 yards. There's been several people that have done that this week, and I was like, yes, they got it. So thank you if you were one of those who remembered that rule. Appreciate it. You can feel free to polydip in other alongs as long as it fits in with the other rules. That's totally fine, including the Great Podcaster Craft Together, which is linked in our show notes. It's the first podcast of the month, so we have to talk about prizes. Yes. Do you want me to start or you? You. First up, we have a floral, circular, and interchangeable needle holder made by Devin Makes, donated by Rhonda, who is dueling needles. We have a honeybee project bag and stitch marker set. No, just one stitch marker? Yes, I think so. Okay, so that whole thing is a set made and donated by Teresa of Jazzy Creations on Etsy. We have 4 leaf stitch marker sets made and donated by Julia, who is Nimrus of Pandia's Jewels. 4 winners will each win one of the random sets. We have a skein of online Super Sock New York color in the intriguing 1625 colorway. It was donated by Eileen, who is leaner. Also donated by Eileen, who is leaner, is a skein of lace number 1 filigrane in the super, super descriptive 2519 colorway. We have the Strawberry Blossoms pattern designed and donated by Monique Leonard, Windswept Monique. And finally, we have a spring stitch marker set from Adore Knit on Etsy that was donated by Jessica, who is Silver Luna 2112. You want to say that next part, or you want me to? You go ahead.
If you would like to see closer up images of these, you can go to our show notes, geekygirlsknit.com, and there's also links there. And if you want to donate a prize, you can PM me, Java Pearl and Ravelry, or email us at geekygirlsknit@gmail.com. Okay, go down.
Yeah. So you must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry in order to participate. Just hit that join this group button in the top right of the group page. There's a hashtag if you'd like to tag your projects or post on social media. It's GGK Spring 19. The FO thread is going to be locked on the morning of the 1st of June, and then winners will be drawn for the next podcast after that. And any winners will have 30 days to claim their prize or they forfeit it.
Yes.
There is a chatter thread where you all can discuss your progress on your projects and where I give shout outs to people who finish projects. But I also do that here. So let me do that.
Okay.
DG White, Elsa and M, I Now Hour, Felipe MC, Joe Dadiah, JP Music 15, Knit Central, Knitter Chow, Kristen Saby, Lily Angel SG2, Mommy 2, Nicole S, Original Sin, Panushka, Samash Williams 94, Share 2014, Shirley Knits 123, Stitched by Moonlight, The Zensha, Tonya Twister, Try Linda, VT Kimmy Kim, and Wolfjoy.
Great job, everybody. So when this episode goes live, you have exactly 4 weeks to finish your projects and get them posted. So get them done, get them posted, and you might be a winner. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
All right, Dammy, who sent us this week's question?
This week's question comes from Cece, who is Java Pearl from Washington.
Hey,
State.
that's me. That's me. What's my question?
I have so many beautiful stitch markers and progress keepers. I have them all in a notions pouch, but it's such a tangled mess. How do you organize and store your stitch markers and progress keepers?
So I'm going to show you my mess, and then in the episode thread, would you please tell me how you organize your markers, because what I'm doing now is not working. So all of my stitch markers are in this cute little pink glittery pouch. Are you still there, Yami? Yes, you blinked. Okay, just making sure you're with me. All of them are in this beautiful pouch, except for the ones I'm using. So, and then I have 4 things within here. So first of all, I have this, I don't even know where I got this little eggy thingy. You like squeeze it somehow.
That I think is from Cadbury Egg, like one of the large ones.
Maybe. So in here are my safety pin ones. So the plastic ones and the metal ones. But I have them all on one safety pin. They're all hooked on there. So at least they're not all loose. So that's what's in the little eggy thingy. And then I have this little red box, which I also don't know what it's from, something that has all of these, like the little plasticky, rubbery ones, which I do love a lot. And then I know where I got this. I don't want Diamond Star, Sunburst, or Marble Halls. I just want you. This is from the Anne of Green Gables online shop from before we went to Scotland, and it had breath mints in it. And I just wanted it because that's like one of my favorite quotes from Anne of Green Gables. In here are very, very special stitch markers. I have all of these by my lovely friend Ann Tudor, who has made lots of the stitch markers for things for us. I have this cute little black sheep. These are all glass stitch markers. I have, the GGK 5th Podiversary Cupcake.
I didn't know you were showing off your things. I thought you were just showing how you organize them.
I know, but I want to show you because they're so cute. I have a kitty. And I have another kitty. And then I have a bunch of pink sheep. I won't show you all of them. I'll show you one. And then I've got some more of her stuff on projects. I think I have one on what I'm doing right now and everything. Put all these back in here so I don't lose them. Where'd the lid go? There we go. And then here comes the tangled mess. There is a smattering of organizations to it, but on the little class thingy, these are all ones that Julia Pendius Jules may have made. There's some Outlander ones. There's a River Song one. A lot of Doctor Who ones. There's where's David? There's David. Synth Doctor, River Song. There's a Pink Llamacorn. And then on like this main thing, I have some of the Progress Keepers. And then over here on this one, I have coffee-related ones. Lots of coffee beans. And then on this one, they're mostly the little metal looped ones, but I've got them on I don't know if you can see it, the locking safety pins. I hooked on there. This is a mess. I cannot find what I want to use when I want to use it. I don't know how to organize them. They're so pretty. I would love to like display them all or something because they're so beautiful. So my question is, how do you organize your stitch markers and progress keepers? Because this is not working, and I feel like I've got so many beautiful ones that I'm not using because I can't find them in the mess. So, and Dammy's no help because she has a mess of progress keepers and stitch markers too. So,
how do I store mine? Easy. I don't.
Are they on a pile on your shelf or something?
Probably.
Yeah. So, could you go to our Ravelry group, find the episode thread, and tell me how you store your stitch markers and progress keepers? Because I need help. So, go to the episode thread. Let me know how you store your stitch markers and progress keepers. Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
That's right. All right, let's move on to the next segment, and I hope y'all can help me, you geeky guys and geeky girls. You help me, please. Dammy, somehow in the madness and chaos, we made it to the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
How many more episodes do we have to record like this before you're home? Like 5, maybe?
I don't know.
I think it's around 5-ish, maybe 6. Yeah. So hang in there with us. We're doing the best we can. Do we have any announcements, Dammy?
No.
If you entered into the Lolo Bar by the Barmaids giveaway, I've only heard from one of the winners. So if you entered that, you need to go back and watch last week's episode. I've heard from all of the RAL winners now. So, but yeah, if you entered that, go watch last week's episode because you only have 30 days to claim your prize. Okay, Dammy, let's talk about our normal stuff. We'd like to say a big thank you. We love you guys. To everyone who supports the podcast, no matter how it is you do it. I wish it wasn't this way, but it does cost money to do a podcast, like shipping out prizes, technology, etc. So thank you especially to those of you who support us financially, because we couldn't do it without your help. So there are 3 main ways you can support us financially. First is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives, and you earn rewards based on it. I guess I will be doing Patreon rewards next week. So if you would like to learn more about it or would like to sign up, Dammy, where should they go?
Patreon.com/geekygirlsknit.
What's another way?
There's a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you would like to make a one-time donation.
And we are Amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our site first, in the sidebar or at the bottom of the show notes, there are links and images. Click on the appropriate one. Go do your shopping. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and we get a little money back based on what you purchase. It's a great way to help us by doing something you would be doing anyway. So, yes. Well, with that, wait, Dammy, you need to tell them where to find us online.
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. Well, with that, we're going to say goodbye. We hope you have a lovely rest of your week. To everybody who's doing the Pacific Northwest Yarn Crawl, happy crawling, and keep crafting. And we will see you again next time. Bye. The other day, Pinky was sitting at the patio door. All of a sudden, she was like, "What the crap? What is that? What is going on?" There was a seagull in the courtyard. She couldn't see it. But she could hear it squawking. And she was like, "What the heck? Get out of my courtyard. This is my domain. I am the master here. Go away." Isn't that what you did? You did not like that seagull being in your courtyard, did you? Oh, she's giving you blinks, Dammy.
Oh, it's kind of hard to see because your end is so choppy, but it's probably my internet.
Yeah. You didn't like that seagull being in the courtyard, did you? Yeah. Are you ready for Dammy to come home next week? Pink Pearl also gave you a lecture this week. Do you remember this?
No.
Because you were complaining about not wanting to do your schoolwork, and she was like,
"Oh yeah,
Dammy, if you are leaving me to go to school, you better do your schoolwork, because otherwise you should just be back home." We reference Dammy being at school, and that's from a Winnie the Pooh thing, where Christopher Robin, he was going to school, but they thought that he was saying skull. So, all right, do you want to say bye-bye to the people? Oh, her saying goodbye, Dammy. Say bye, Dammy. Bye, people. I love you. Love you.